can we do something for those who have just left us? When one understands, then, in the light of what brings the philosophy, the near experiences of the death, but also the study of the old ones, like Egyptians who described the death, actually, like an exit of the body, or remained a few days there around his corpse 3. When we understand this, we realize that after the death of someone dear to us, we can do a lot for him. Often there are people who say to themselves, I could not tell him how I loved him, I was not there the day of his death, I could not ask him for forgiveness, for something that I did it to him. Well, in fact, by interiorizing, and thinking very strongly about this person who has just left us, she hears us immediately. And then we can tell her all the love we have for her, and tell her everything we wanted to tell her. It's not spiritualism. Spiritualism would consist in causing an apparition. No, it is an interiorization by prayer. We simply say what we have to say, we wanted to say. And the person is in another state, a state where thoughts are no longer hidden, as is our case now. She sees our thoughts, and she understands all the love. People who approach death testify to it. They see what people think, so use it. Something else, sometimes people who die, were atheists, not believing anything, and they find themselves alive. So now or never, when they have just died, and the day of the burial, explain to them what will happen. That Christ will come, that they can call him. He will be accompanied by the Virgin Mary, if they ask for it, and their father, and their mother, if he is already dead. And that is something wonderful. That's so true. There is survival after death, that they have proof. That they are not afraid. That if they have committed serious sins, he will forgive everything. You just have to come humbly, acknowledging your sins. That if she discovers in the light of Christ, sins that they did not know, that they simply recognize him. It will not be difficult, since it will be their lawyer. It will not be hard, he will be merciful. It is the moment to warn them, that they will be confronted to the demon, who will appear, who will propose to despise this God of humility and love, for a world of solitary freedom, extraordinarily seductive. And that they do not give in to the sin of selfishness, which they have had in their lives, and which will attract them to this rebellious angel. But anyway, if we do not do this prayer, we will from the earth, anyway, Christ will help them. Christ will explain to them all that. Nevertheless, the communion of saints, which is fundamental in the Catholic and Orthodox faith, invites us to pray for our loved ones, who have just died. To accompany them during these 3 symbolic days, which can sometimes last longer, where they pass from this world to another. I would say that the ceremonies of the burial, St. Thomas Aquinas thought they were used primarily for the living. And in fact we realize, since death is a passage, and that he did not believe it, that they also serve for the dead, we can really help them with our prayers.